Hi guys, I'm going to work through step 11 for you now. You're going to have to pardon me if you hear some noise in the background. The tubas are practicing outside, or the brass section, so we'll just deal with that. So in our on event screen, that goes when we click our next button here from our first screen, we're going to add a variable in here that's going to hold all of our text. So I'm going to set our variable in here, and we're going to call it maybe madlib equals. Now, if we type this text straight across, it's going to get really, really long and very hard to deal with. So I'm going to use some string concatenation to make it a little bit easier for me to view it. So what I'm going to do is when I get to the end of a line, I'm going to put a plus, and then I'm just going to start a new line. And that plus is this just there to tell the computer that I'm still typing text. It's just that it's going to be on a new line. Now, this is about as far as I want to go. I'm going to say there, and then I put a plus sign. So now I'm going to hop down to the next line. I'm going to tab this in a little bit, so I'm going to kind of keep it like a block of text here, so it's kind of nice and neat. I'm going to restart my quotes again right here. Excuse me. Now this is the end of my first sentence, and at the end of my first sentence I want to put a couple of new lines in. So I'm going to put a /n/n, and that's sort of like the BR tag we had in web design that would force a new line. So this is going to make it hop down to the next line, and then even a further line after that. So I'm going to put another plus in so I can work nice and neatly here on the line, and you can see the computer kind of figured out what I'm doing, and it's put my parentheses there for me. Now, I'm going to just put some placeholders in now. I'm just going to put a little bracket in here, and I'm going to put my plural noun. Eventually, I'm going to use string concatenation to put that in, and that'll actually be the variable that I grabbed from that text box. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as a placeholder. Now I finished that step 1, and I want to go ahead and again put in 2 new lines for each of my steps. And here is where I'm going to put in my noun. That will be my second input variable that I get from my text box. Here will be my next noun. And again, a couple more new lines because I'm going to have a new step here. Okay, here's where I'm going to put my song in. And again, these will be the variables eventually. And then again, finish that one. Then my last step will be 4. Here's my last input field. Now I might have forgotten some spaces, or I might have put too many spaces in here or there. It might not be lined up neatly. So I want to make sure that I've made my work nice and neat. So I'm going to put a set text in here now to ensure that everything is looking nice, so I'm going to put in a set text. And I want to set text to my big text box I have in there. It's text output. And I want to put in that Mad Lib text I just stored in that variable. And I want to make sure I end my lines with semicolons. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run this. I'm going to test it. So I'm going to say, I'm going to type these in caps just to, it doesn't really matter. Actually, I don't have to type in here because it doesn't catch it yet. Oh my, something's not working right. Sorry, I just had that problem where you have to refresh your screen. So, oops, I went back a step. So anyway, if I hit run and then next, it's going to put it in here like this, and I can see where each of my items will be put in. And that is step 11. And I'm going to finish. The next video will be step 12.